Hello and welcome back. This is Jonathan Gardner playing Factorio Season 5, version 12 something, like 12.15 or whatever it is. The one that broke all the mods. I have some extra iron plate sitting there. So, this episode I wanted to talk about something that I found interesting that Roomba did. I want to find a really good example of this. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This looks interesting. So when you're doing the main bus system, you have to figure out how to get stuff to branch off of the main bus. And there's a couple problems. Let me just kind of walk through the different scenarios. Okay, first of all, there's your main bus. You want something coming off. The obvious solution is split it like that. Okay? Now, sometimes you want to mix something together, like this. Okay, now if the something you want to mix is coming from far away, like over here, right, you just do this and you hook it up, and now you need an underground belt here and you're set. You see that? So you get two stuff on a belt coming out. Okay, so that works fine as long as it's at least the stuff you want to split off is at least this far away. Okay, now something you can do is this, and this is what I saw Ruba doing. But you need to have something over here to keep this lane going as well. You see? So this lane can keep going. And he's basically branching off like this, which works. It's fine. Another thing that I used to do, I do in my system, is I go like this. Oh, this way. Okay, so I just back this guy up one so I can put an underground belt there. And I think this is much more compact. I just like this design more better.
Dad,
Okay, so that's one way of doing it, okay?
Are you going to do Skyrim?
Oh, one day.
Daddy, look. It's
I think I want to focus more on modding Skyrim. Okay, the next thing is ways to branch. Okay, let's take a single belt.
Daddy, look. Look at the concrete. It's like swirly.
Roomba's doing this in the series, which I find is fascinating. Okay, guys, if you're going to talk over me, I'm going to kick you out, okay? So Roomba's doing this. And then if you have a belt next to it, you can just do that. Or whatever.
Dad, can I play on the Wii?
No.
Why?
Because. Okay. So he's doing this. And if you want to combine, I don't know how he's doing it, but I guess you can do something like this. So you want to combine like this. And I guess like that, and you have something go down here. And again, if it's up here, please no, don't make that noise. Okay, so if it's up there far away, you can just do that. And you can go all the way up to here. So one belt away. Shoot, this won't work. Yeah, you see? That won't work. Anyway, he's kind of doing it weird, and I don't know if it'll actually work for every case. It seems like he's making it work okay. So, yeah, it's something to experiment with your main bus design. Just try out different ways to do it. Some ways work better than the others. Okay, next thing. And I saw Roomba doing this, and I think he's copying something I did. Okay, so these products here, early on in the game, they use basically the same resources. Iron plates, gears, and electronic circuits. Okay?
You're making TNT?
And I always just, like, I get lazy when I do this. I hate this. I don't like it.
So,
Okay?
Dad, are you making TNT?
Not really. I did it because I played with tanks. It's still there. I'm not doing anything with it. So the reason why I do it this way is because you basically need everything. It's not like I can say I need one more or the other. This one needs one of each. And so you want to balance it properly and do it the right way. But anyway, I really don't like to do this though. This is kind of one of those things that I don't like. But it works. It works okay. The reason why I don't like it is, number one, it's long, right? If you want to make like 3 yellows, it's like long. It just gets long. It's hard to expand. Whereas if you want to expand this, it's pretty obvious how to expand it. Another reason I don't like it is you you don't have a fine-grained control over what's going in
Oh
versus
yeah,
what's
there was
going
like
out.
one of the glitches.
What?
There was one of the glitches where there was a smart inserter, and then it started coming out a little, and it went long.
Yeah.
That was one of the glitches.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. Arumba in episode 2, I think at the 650 mark, he talks about what he called output-based design. Okay? He's describing my approach to Factorio, but he really likes, he appreciates that. And I appreciate the fact that he caught on to what I'm doing with Factorio, which is different than what a lot of people do. When you first play Factorio, you get overwhelmed by the numbers. Let me give you a good example. When you set up your first little gear factory, you set it up like this. Everybody does this, okay? It's not wrong. It works. But eventually you find out, as you're using these gears up, you find out that you want to build more factories. And so you build more factories. And you find out the factories aren't working 100%.
So basically, my goal for building a factory is using So my goal is such a factory. So
Okay.
such a factory is make a factory without using any electricity or except using labs.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my goal.
So this is pretty typical. Beginners do this a lot, okay? And so they see that they're not getting enough gears, so they build more factories. And then eventually they come and they realize the factories aren't working. And I don't know if I can set it up to show you how that happens. We're not using a lot of gears, and I don't know how to turn on using a lot of gears in this factory. We're just using like 1 a second for the reds right now, pretty much. Maybe a couple more a second for the yellows and blues and stuff. Okay, but So what happens is you notice the factory isn't working all the time. And when you look at the recipe, you see it takes 2 iron plates for 1 iron gear wheel. So each cycle requires 2 inputs. And I'm getting attacked again. Let's ignore it. I don't like biters. I think next season will be no biters. So you put in an extra 1. So 2 plates come in, 1 gear goes out, and the factory stays busy. Now these yellow factories can work faster than 2 of these blue inserters can keep up with. It takes half a second. Each blue takes about half a second to load something, 1 item. And the factory is running at, if you look at the right side, the crafting speed is 1.25. So really they need 2.5 blue inserters to keep it fully filled. Well, 3 is a little bit overkill, but it works. Okay, so this is, if I were to use up all the gears, and I can't think of anything that I would use to suck up all the gears, but if I were to use all the gears, this would keep the factory busy. Okay, and so rather than building more factories, you build more blue inserters. Okay, which gets to the point of you have to identify your bottlenecks. Like, what is it that's really keeping you slow? Okay, sometimes it's just a inserter. That's all it is. Sometimes it's you need more factories or something. Sometimes it could be that you're not unloading fast enough. A good example of not unloading fast enough would be processes that produce 2 of one thing. Okay, this guy produces 2 belts each time. Okay, now if I were to put this at full capacity and I only had 1 blue exerter, because it takes a half second to produce 2, the factory is going to be blocked by this guy exerting, or extracting, I guess is the way to call it. And that would be your bottleneck. So the bottleneck could be something got destroyed. I should check it out. Let's go check it out. This is why I don't like biters. They don't follow your rules. They want to attack whenever you're not ready. Yeah. Where are you guys coming from? So you got to identify where the bottleneck actually is. Okay? And as you start playing that kind of Factorio, and it's down there. Do I have the airplane on me? Where is the airplane? There it is. And do I have fuel? No, but I'll get some fuel. Wait, I can't get fuel. Until I find some trees or something. These guys need some more roboports to repair things. Excuse me. Let's put some more lasers down, actually. I don't want to fight them right now. This is a distraction. That's all it is. It's a distraction. Okay. So some people ask who that is playing in the background. That is Eliana right now. She is playing some Ghibli music that she downloaded from the internet. Okay. I'm ignoring this now. I'm going slow because it's charging the roboports. Okay, let's get back to what I was talking about. Okay, so bottlenecks. So you start identifying the bottlenecks in your factory. You see what it is that's actually causing things to slow down. And if you focus your attention on bottlenecks, then you'll get the maximum output for your factory.
Yes.
You know, so just always look for the bottlenecks, always fix the bottlenecks, which is why I end up with this output-based design. Because, like, let's say I'm doing the gears, right? And I see that the gears are not being produced fast enough for whatever the process I need. So I you know, do whatever I need to get the gears maximized. I see I'm not getting enough iron. I say, why am I not getting enough iron? Well, I need another belt of iron coming in. And so I go upstream to where I'm making the iron, and I come on another belt. And that's basically, you know, how I build the factory. I identify the bottlenecks, and I fix them. Okay? So when you play that way, it becomes a lot more fun, I think, rather than just, like, guessing. If you're just guessing, it's no fun. It's like, you know, it's just random to you. You know, so don't do that. Just fix it. Just find out what's wrong and fix it. And spend your time fixing the actual problem, and just enjoy your factory increasing in productivity as time goes on. So, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I know, I can hear. What now? What do I want to do? I wanted to set up that copper station. Let's grab a train. Let's fill it full of station building materials. And let's go build it. I think this episode I'll set up the station building train. This is a track building train. Which is good. I'm not complaining. Don't need that anymore. Okay, so we're building tracks apparently. So station building, I would need... Oh gosh, if I'm going to use... Do I have a blueprint actually of the iron? I'm just going to copy that and then replace the blues. So let's run over here to where my iron processing is. Hey, hello, Steel. How you guys doing? Doing okay over there? Good. Watch the tracks. I need to work on these tracks some. They are not efficient. Okay, so this is a iron area. Let's copy this. If I don't already have it copied, let's get rid of that one. I don't want the curves. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to redo the waiting area. I'm going to build it a little bit away from here. Let me go grab the train with all the train building parts. Actually, let me look at the blueprint here. It's not that. It is that. Hoo boy. Hoo boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's going to be a lot. You know what? You guy... I don't need you to come in here, but I don't care. If you're running and causing train jams, that's fun. And, you know, the other thing is I want to start using one-directional trains. I don't... Bi-directional trains work, but I just feel like they're so inefficient, right? So let's take this design. Where's the design? There. This is the design. Okay. So we need 572 blues. It's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600. So that's 572 blues. See, output-based focus. What are you trying to build? Do that. 336 reds. So 100, 200, 350. 236 blues. 100, 250. Let's put these down. I'm getting attacked again. I need to go on a patrol. 224 greens. Well, I don't have greens. 224 of them, huh? Okay, so 100, 250. Okay, that train's full. Then I need 224 furnaces. All right, give me 50 furnaces. I don't need that. Wait, 224 furnaces? Is that what it said? Yeah, 224 furnaces. Here they come. Yes, I thought they were coming. Yes, it did come. 224, so 5, 10, or 100, 200, 250. And 135 tracks, got that. 24 substations. Well, let's just load that in there manually. Substations, we need medium power poles, not that many. Medium power poles. And we need a couple of yellows. I don't know what those yellows are for. I don't need those yellows. The big power poles. I already have big power poles over here, don't I? So we don't need those. And stops. Stops. There we go.
What?
Stops and a radar dish. Okay. We'll just stop right there.
What?
I need blue chests. So blues, reds, blues, greens. Blues. Red chests. Blue chests. Now let's do green chests here. Oh no, green inserts. Okay, let's wire it up. Let's put in a light for viewer pleasure. Okay, so we need 572 divided by 4. That'd be 250, 125. So let's just do 150. Okay, we need 510, 100, 200. Oh, that's right here. Tells me how many. 336 divided by 4. So 150 divided by 75. Yeah, let's do 75. Let's just do 100. And then we need 236 blues. So just 150 on each side. That'll be 300. Okay, the blues are already full. And we need 224 green inserters. So 250. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we have.
Book provides questions. Look.
Yes. Science is about asking questions. It's not about getting answers. Well, you do get answers, but it's about asking the questions first.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask questions if you're doing science. I really disagree with the science curriculums where they
State facts.
they state facts. They just this is that, this is that, this is that. Memorize it and pass the test. It's like no, no. I need 224.
Basically for yourself.
Well, it's not learning for yourself. That's not the point. The point is that you get knowledge somehow, one way or the other. You get knowledge. I'll just get
Yeah,
this
got
guy.
a pumpkin for you too, for you to carve the biggest one.
Oh, I don't want to carve a pumpkin. I just leaning over and stuff. Just Doesn't sound fun for me.
Then you can choose the banner pumpkin.
And I don't know if I'm making radar stations, but I should be. I should be laying down radar stations too. Where is the radar? Oh, it's under military. That's right. And I don't really have things for those. Okay, so this guy is filling up rapidly. I think he's almost ready to go. Now he needs to get the furnaces. Okay, let's see how my factory's doing. It looks like things are flowing. Whoa, the steel is flying off the shelves. Yep, steel is flowing. I could probably do a better job with the steel. It's all the way down here is where I'm building furnaces. Okay, let's go see if I can help steel a little bit. It's not actual shortage, it's just it could do better. So I'm just following where it comes from. It comes from over here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, self. Where am I really making this steel?
Dad, how do you connect to your printer?
Magic.
How?
Yeah, I'm not worried about the steel. Yeah, whatever steel.
Seriously, how do you connect to a printer?
You read about it. You read about cups. It's called CUPS, cups. Common Unified Printing System.
What's it called?
Cups. Read all the documentation on cups, and then you have to write your own driver. And no, you don't have to do that. Eliana, there's something called printer config that is installed on the Fedora system. And if you have sudo access, which I believe you do you have sudo access?
What's it called, Dad?
Yeah, just look under system settings. There's a section for printers. Here, you guys are so foolish. Okay. All right. Alrighty. You guys done yet? I need to name my factory. It's 22 minutes in. So this episode I talked some about how the main bus works. I talked some about Roomba's take on it, which is interesting. Not in a bad way. It's a good way. I just, I got to watch him closer to see how he does it. And I started building a train so I could set up a station to process copper, using logistic robots to take the materials.
So, Dad, what's the password for root?
I'm not telling you the root password of the machine.
Then I can't do anything.
Oh, that's right. They changed it so you can't use your sudo permissions to do it. Okay, I'll get in there and fix it for you in a second here. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to share, like, subscribe. And I want to see your factories, too. I want to see your ideas. One of the guys, oh gosh, I'm going to murder his name. Anonymity 3716 or something like that. He started showing pictures of his factories. He's collecting pictures of people's factories. So he likes it when people explain how their factories work because he just likes thinking about their factories. He has his own factories working on too that he hasn't shown me. No, he showed me pictures of it. It's pretty interesting. So I am interested in seeing your factories. So share your factories with me. If you can, make a video. And I just want to hear your comments below. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.